Hello everyone and welcome to Momentum channel and to another series of weekly stock market investing portfolio update. Last week we saw some decline in the value of our portfolio. In fact, the value went down by about 1.2%. What I want to do in this video, go through the different activities that took place in the account. We did quite a number of selling in the portfolio, so I want to go over those, take a look at the dividends that we earned over the past week, as well as any new purchases that we made in this account. If you recall, this portfolio consists of three different types of accounts: my registered retirement savings plan, my tax-free savings account, and a personal account that I have with this active investing portfolio. And at the end, I would walk you through my passive investing account with Wealthsimple. So without any further ado, let's get into it. You're looking at the personal account. You can see the return for a 1 year return has been around 20% and 1 day return of around 1.29%. As for the tax-free savings account, a week return of negative 5.386% and 1 year return of about 18.5%. And lastly, for the registered retirement savings account, a return for 1 year of 140% and a week return of negative 9.31%. And the last day for the last trading on Friday, the performance was around 1.5%. Let me show you the total number of stocks we have for this account. We have only 5 holdings in this RSP account here. The best return here, of course, so far is for Foot Locker. It shows a return of about 64%, given our very good purchase price for this stock. Moving on and taking a look at our tax-free savings account. Here, I'm going to show you the total value and different holdings that I have in this account. Appy, Artist. We still have a couple of shares of Carnival Cruise. We have 1 share of Facebook. We have Manulife. We have a number of REIT accounts, Canadian REIT accounts here in this portfolio. And of course, the best performing here belongs to Twilio, similar to last weekly report, currently showing a total return of 76%. The stock is currently sitting at about $191 in value, and we purchased it at a very good price for this stock, only at $109 per share. And looking at the personal account, here we have a larger sum of funds. We did some trimming in this account as well, sold a couple of shares that will walk you through it, but still we're left with about 32 holdings in this portfolio as opposed to about 37, so kind of got rid of about 5 of them. And you can see here on the screen the various companies and stocks that I own here on this account. The majority of them are actually currently at the green, showing a positive return, but there are a number of them that are in negative territory, such as Pfizer or Laurentian Bank that you see there. Those are the type of stocks that I intend to continue to call dollar cost average and bring down the average cost for those ones. We have, of course, a share of Shopify, and we have a couple of shares of Verizon. Verizon is surprisingly not doing so well, only at barely positive state, knowing that it's one of the companies that pays a very decent dividend, and in fact with 5G coming in, they have good potential. Of course, their company is also, in terms of the fundamentals, is also solid. I might kind of do a little bit more research on it and potentially add a few more shares to Verizon. All right, so let us take a look at the dividends that we earned over the span of the past week. We had dividends paid by VRE, or Vanguard Canadian Capped REIT, here, which is an index fund for the Canadian REIT companies, real estate investing trust, and we got some dividend income there. Let's take a look at the buys. We didn't do as many buys this past week. We only bought shares of 3 different companies. We bought shares of the Bank of Nova Scotia, we bought shares of the CHE, and 1 share of the Laurentian Bank of Canada. As for selling the stocks, we did quite a bit of that over the past week. Given how the stock market has run up, wanted to really cash in and take some of the profits off the table. In particular, we looked at the companies in the consumer discretionary spending, Royal Caribbean Cruises, RCL, and the Carnival Cruises, CCL, were the 2 that we had very positive gains on it, close to 100%. So I managed to sell some of my shares that you could see here on the screen. Also shared some of my shares in the leverage funds. We had for TQQQ, which is for the information technology leverage fund, and we have the UDOW, which is for the Dow Jones leverage fund, the triple leverage fund for the Dow Jones. And all of these selling obviously are in profits, gaining us some solid funds that we can put aside to buy more shares of quality stocks, particularly the ones that are now at a better valuation to be purchased. And just quickly, I want to show you the account values and the net deposits, showing you how the difference in between is actually the net profit that we've had. Knowing that these accounts haven't been opened that long ago, only about within the span of a year, I think I'm very pleased with their returns, and definitely intend to grow this portfolio to even a larger position by buying quality stocks of companies that I believe in and have done research on. For those of you who might be new to Momentum channel, here we post weekly videos about stock market investing and finances. So if you haven't done that already, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified about videos such as this as we post them on this channel on a regular basis. And moving on and looking at the passive investing portfolio that I have with Wealthsimple, here we have a larger sum of funds. This account was opened about 3 years ago, and as a result, you can see we have a lot more savings here. Currently showing a return, positive return of about $2,200. Let me quickly show you how this account has fluctuated over time. And of course, you saw some decline this past week, given how the markets reacted. We've been aggressively depositing funds into account. You could see in June so far, closer to 1,400, and definitely well on track to meet the average 6 months deposit amount for this account. Let me quickly show you the dividends that we earned for this account this past week. As you could see, we had some dividend earned on June 9th, and all of them are for one of the ETFs that we own here for a number of different accounts. It's called QTIP, which is one of our bonds that we hold here, earning us some dividends this past week. Now let's look at how we invested cash in this account over the past week. We continue to deposit funds into this account almost every day, and Wealthsimple continues to use those deposits and buy a proportion of the different exchange traded funds within this account for us at different prices. So we really are going to take full advantage of the dollar cost averaging. I'm going to quickly show you here on the screen so you get a sense of what the different average prices were and how those average prices actually fluctuated over time with these purchases that we did. If you have any question about investing with Wealthsimple, please make sure to let me know in the comment section below, and I will be happy to respond to any of those questions. But if you're interested to start investing with Wealthsimple, I will be sure to leave the links in the description, which gives you some offers to get started. There you have it, folks. Another weekly review of my stock market portfolio here on Momentum channel. Do you own any of the similar stocks in your own portfolio? What is that 1 or 2 stocks that you're looking forward to buy next week? Let me know in the comment section down below. With that, have yourself a wonderful day and see you next time.